The California eviction moratorium that began at the beginning of the COVID pandemic is over now, but people who owe back rent have to pay up. Not the entire amount, but a quarter of their debt, and that's for starters. 17's Marco Torres in studio tonight with more on the other side of the eviction moratorium. Marco?
This eviction moratorium hasn't affected only renters, but also property owners. Today, these owners are finally able to begin the process of recovering rent and evicting tenants who failed to pay and continue to refuse to pay their rent. Property owners whose bills did not stop even though the income from their rental unit did can begin to recover.
They can expect that they receive 25% of what's owed by the end of September. If they don't, they can file an eviction action based on the non-payment of the 25%, not the full amount of rent.
Pete Pankey owns more than 100 homes. He says the government who put the mandate into effect without understanding how it would hurt landlords, many of them mom and dad investors.
They weren't handed these things. They built this up over a period of years. And so this is their, I'll call it nest egg, and it's being taken away from them by government mandates. The problem is not so much the COVID itself, but the way the government is handling it.
Fondesi echoes a similar point. Laws become unbalanced.
Laws sometimes become balanced and yet unbalanced. They'll swing one way and then they'll swing the other way. We need to bring it back to center. We need to realize that we need to encourage rental housing, and we need to encourage the growth of low-income housing, and we're not doing that in California. It's going to backfire.
Desi says she's never seen people behave this way.
Maybe that's a reflection of the pandemic and people being locked in and whatnot, but we've seen some horrifying situations with abuses by people who are occupying.
As Desi said, there are housing nightmares. Later at 6 o'clock, you'll see my next story about a property owner who is a wife, a mother, and a grandmother whose life became this exact nightmare. In studio, Marco Torres, 17 News.